welcome to M.A.S.S Builder. For those aware with how mecha focused I can be at times, and you pay attention to the scene, you should have known it's only a matter of time until this thing pops on my radar. Anyway, it is still in early access, as the bottom right corner tells you. This is a very, very early build. As such, there's not too much in it. In this video, it's probably just going to be a one-off until we're in later builds, where I'm going to do the tutorial and maybe the first or second mission, I'm not entirely sure. But I will show you the premise of this, and as I already explained, this is for the mecha enthusiasts out there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit New Game, preparing new game data, yada yada, because we have to create our own little, well, you'll see. Just be aware that this is more high-speed mecha, more in line with, we'll get there. Future in which humans lived in a prosperous century and technology advancing beyond space and time. That was what humanity should have been, if not for the sudden appearance of unknown beasts of the void. A large portion of humanity were gone in the moment. War for the survival of humanity broke out all over the world, changing landscapes and settlements into war zones. They mentioned this is a placeholder. So this is more high-speed mecha in tune with, Project Nimbus rather than the slower, bulkier stuff you find in Battletech. But we have Chapter 1, Uprising. This is the beginning of your fight against the threat against humanity. This is a loading screen. You arrived at a building quite small by the standards of private military company headquarters you've seen in other shelters. But this is where you will be for the future. It's your own PMC that your friend proposed you create with their funding, a proposal you can never decline. At least that's what you wanted. Taking a step inside, you navigate through small hallways into a large room. A woman was waiting for you with her determined smile. Hello, Commander. Welcome back. Looks nothing like when we started the construction, right? Can't believe... I don't know how the name is pronounced. Elenia paid for all these advanced techs. How was the trip back here from Shelter 1? Well, you're staying here, and should mean nothing went wrong, fortunately. As you can see, everything is 100% operational and ready for deployment. Even the catapult. What's left is testing our new M.A.S.S. Oh, another important thing that we need to do is think of a good name for a private military company. It is a requirement as I need to turn documents for the founding of the PMC to the WDF. Please tell me you did not forget to think of one. I've been postponing it for a while now. Of course we are the Heroes of Light. And just hit OK. Heroes of Light has a nice ring to it. I'll be scanning all these documents for the WDF. They've been hounding me for a while now. For now, please follow me to the mission briefing room. Quinn is doing the final tuning on your control system and she wanted you for a final test. Raina said that as she moved toward the briefing room. That's where she set up her office in this small building. So, let's just go ahead and jump right into the customization. You can preset various models here, so we only have the one at the moment. I'm not going to design any others in this video, or probably alpha build. But there's a lot of variation, so look at all these different parts. So we can start with... Yeah, we'll go... Hold on. Okay, I see. Wanted the glowing hands, but oh well. So eye flare, we can change the color of that, we can change styles, and so on. Oh, I should also mention for the style, I am very partial to gunmetal, if you ever noticed, so probably going to be sticking to that one, but we can change our various parts of the mech. Like, we have a kind of a copper motif going as is, but with that part we'll stay with the gunmetal. As for the style, I'm not sure what's changing here. Anyway. So these are the different paint jobs we can take. I like that dark gray camo. Thing is, just to make it easier for you guys to see this, I'm going to leave it as is there. As for the head, let's go, well, let's take a look at the decal. Anyway, here's where you can actually change various aspects of your mecha. So right here we are choosing how long the neck is. In case you're wondering, all of this is 100% purely cosmetic. You're doing whatever it is you want to make your mech look the way you prefer to have your mech look. So we can change spacing of the various joints right here at the shoulders, the hips. Basically you kind of get fat, I guess. For the upper arms, this one doesn't really change that much, but you can see that it's moving ever so slightly. Lower arm, I think this one's a little bit more than the upper arm, but still not really anything special. But you can see the legs are pretty significant. It's up to you on how tall you want your thing to be. I don't really know if it actually affects the hitbox or not. Oops. So as for what our face looks like, you can spend points to unlock these so that you can actually use them. I think you have to unlock them before you can actually see what all they do when they're on the model. But I'm going to go with this face. For the headpiece, kind of like this one. For the lower head, we'll take that one. For our neck piece, that one's really hard to see. As for the chest part, so normally I would assume this is like the cockpit part. We'll go with that one. Lower body. There we go. We'll take that one. Now, your mech does not have to be symmetrical. So we can choose different parts here. We'll take that one. And then if you ever want them to match, just hit mirror. And then it'll automatically lock the other one in on for it. Otherwise, just right here is how you choose which one you're working on. For the side skirt, like, I don't want to make this thing too gray because you guys will have a hard time seeing it. For the back, we'll take that one. For the shoulder piece, this is another one that we kind of need to give priority to since it can have quite an influence on your mech. But if I weren't actually recording this for people to see, this thing would probably definitely be some sort of gray pattern. Instead we're going with high vis orange. As for the hands, oops, cancel. Let's take a look here. That one's not too bad. Mirror that one. So if you're willing to put in the time to unlock the various parts, you can see the great deal of customization that's actually here. The thing is, I don't think all the parts are even in the game just yet. Yeah. Ankle piece. This one has a little bit more of a sleek look to it. And with that, we're back at the front. So here's our mech. Now we have to choose what weapons we want it to carry. So we definitely want the sword. This is basically your melee weapon. So you have to hit X to equip, so that one is now in place. We will take the bullet shooter. I'm going to take one of everything, just in case you're wondering. For the tutorial, we're going to have a fixed unit anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Here's how you can actually do different things with the mech. You have to spend various points and materials for it. So, if we were to choose, we can increase the durability and armor of the engine, increase the speed of the mass, heavier model of engine used to operate it. And now in order to get this, if you look in the bottom left corner-ish, you'll see development requires verse steel, mixed composition, credits. We only have 1,000 credits, so you have to do various missions to get those, and you get the various medals from killing crap. You can see the multiplayer aspect. It's supposed to have co-op. I don't think this is enabled just yet, but something to look forward to in the future, I guess. But we'll move on with the storyline so you can see what's going on. We'll tackle the tutorial in the first mission. You leisurely follow her through a short hallway, reaching a room with a large monitor on one side, showing a large digital map of the world. An elevated platform with desks full of documents sit on the other side. You look around and notice a childlike person clicking away at a large panel of keys right beside a complex machine resembling a seat. It seems she noticed your presence as her hands slowed to a stop. She turned towards you. Hello, Commander. I finished tuning the new control systems. You're just in time. What's left is to test it out in the combat simulator before we're sure it's ready for any missions. I've input all data in to simulate our mass frame already, so what you're controlling will be just like the real thing. I want to collect every kind of data, be it efficiency, speed, durability, anything to make sure that this works correctly. As well as your data, Commander. You need to get familiar with its controls. I finished scanning all the papers for the WDF as well. I'll be your operator in this simple exercise, Commander. Commander, if you may, please take a seat in that pilot simulation system. Raina will be your operator and I'll monitor everything. So you can change the various difficulty thing, but this is just the tutorial, so we'll hop right in.
Mission start.
Okay, start by testing the control system. Right stick to move the camera, left stick to move the character. Press A to jump. Press right trigger to activate your booster. So use L to select melee weapon, X to attack, R to lock on. R, right stick for designated target. The one right here is still alive. There we go. So you use the D-pad to select your ranged weapons. Left bumper is to aim, left trigger is reload, right bumper is lock to attack the target. So we'll start with the energy gun. Now what's so special about the energy gun is it's reloading on its own. If you notice, I have 25, 26, 27, 28, and now the clip's fully loaded. Sadly, the energy ammo is not infinite like in Battletech where you just need the heat sinks. There actually is a limit on your ammunition. So you basically need to ration stuff accordingly when you're fighting. We'll use this one. So notice it's 11 out of 60. The reload button, which one is that? Now I know on the keyboard you're able to reload these before you're actually empty, but... not so sure here. on. Holy. Okay, I don't actually have those at the moment, I guess. Oh yeah, they're empty. I see them down there now. That sucks. Okay, so it's X to reload with the Xbox controller. There's the one.
Mission clear.
And that's it for the tutorial. Not really that much, sadly. Good, training will end now. Offline from the battle simulator. Check the training results, yada yada. So we got 2,000 credits for that. How is it, Commander? Our control system in the M.A.S.S frame. It's good, right? Quinn modified it herself. I can't wait to see it used in the real thing. Test results came out quite good, but now I'll need to adjust them accordingly and transfer all data into the system we got. I'll continue with my work. Thank you for your cooperation, both of you. Right, Commander, I'll head back to my room first, but you should come and visit it. I'd like your input on the development direction we're taking. Also, Walt and Uncle Kale came in to check on the final test. They said you should check something out with them as well, so don't forget to visit them. You walked into the same small room you did a few hours ago. Quinn was moving her hands non-stop even faster than before. You caught her smiling a bit, but noticing you came around, her face turned stoic as she always had. Is she trying to hide her excitement? Welcome, Commander. I see you've been listening to my request. I personally think we can improve in some parts. You already know this, but I can help you develop new technologies for your M.A.S.S here in this place. New technologies will help improve a M.A.S.S performance and improve you in your missions. There are 3 types of technologies I can research and develop here: engines, OS, and architects. Each has its own benefits and focuses on an aspect of combat you like. I suggest you try to get them all developed together so you can be prepared in any situation. After I finish, their plans will be given to our engineers and they'll make it out for you. You can have Uncle Kale help you tune your M.A.S.S at any time. I brought up the development tree for you here. Take a look at the notes and see if any interest you. So this one I already showed you, but they also have OS here. So if we were going to go over here, you can see optimize and shield usage, overall enhancement module, fuel save. If you notice, there's a little bit of fuel for when you use the thruster. It recharges when you don't use it. And then simulates the M.A.S.S as your exoskeleton. This one I don't quite understand. As for the architect, just a standard frame that applies heavier materials in order to provide straight up more defensive power. It uses lighter but weaker materials in order to move at higher speed. Removes some defensive plating to allow more space for supplies for other troopers. And then removes plating for various parts to allow more power to be added onto the frame. We can't do any of it now, in case you're wondering. As you enter a large room near the hangar, you're greeted with the smell of fumes and paint. This is where your armorer picks his office, and with all the differing designs of metal and chemical works lying around. A young man yelling something happily to himself turns towards you smiling. Yo, Commander, did you have fun in that simulator? I had Quindolia make the simulated M.A.S.S look exactly like ours. After all that though, do you like the design of it? The standard M.A.S.S we got for you. If you don't, you can always come and tell us armorers over here about it, and we'll refit the M.A.S.S to your likes. That's all from me. Please do not hesitate to come here and ask us to refit the M.A.S.S. And then we did this a second ago. As for the tuning event, you arrived in a large space, gazing up on the large mass in front of you. You heard a loud footstep behind you, but before you can turn, a large hand had already smacked onto your back. Now if you have protective gears, that should hurt a lot. Oi, lad. If you go out there and perform like you did in that simulator, we'll sure have it easy without the need for repairs. Alright, an old man's rampants are over. What I wanted to talk to you about was your performance. You see, we engineers here in the base can tune up the M.A.S.S provided you have the technology for us. We can help you redirect power management or install new controllers in the system up to your likings. Remember though that each piece of hardware can only be tuned up a certain way and we can't have everything. Just come and ask me if you want to tune it up some way, alright lad? So when you research those various things, you can equip it here and then it'll take effect. As is, I literally have nothing anywhere, so I can't use any of this. And now we can finally go into the first mission where we actually get shot back at. Well, clawed at, I should say. Yes, sir, alright. I'll call the commander immediately. You came at a good time, Commander. Mission it is, right after we sent in our name. Guess they had something around the area waiting. I'll get images right on the main monitor so they can brief us on the objectives of the mission. Hello, Agent Kunai. Is that Kunai or Kunal? I think it's Kunai. Sorry for the wait. Our commander is ready and you can start the briefing. Thank you very much, Reina, and hello there, Commander of the Heroes of Light. I'm Kenta Murakami, agent of the WDF, call name Kunai. Commander, while you're laughing, this is a formal conversation. We need to do everything by the rules. Can't skip the introductions, Commander. Just like you always were, aren't you? You're a commander now. You need to abide by the rules. Kunai showed the slightest smile you could see. He's a stern guy that helped train you when you were learning the ropes to being a pilot. You always thought he was an unsociable person, but he's actually just too serious in his work. That smile is something you don't see very often from a guy like Kunai. Back to the mission. We have reports that one of the main signal broadcasting stations of the North Pacific Union has malfunctioned. That station is located in the inner areas of the Ismoil Canyon. It's reported a few days ago, and we just don't have someone in the area until now. Ismoil Canyon? That place is... Sounds familiar, right? It's an old abandoned bunker from the old days. There's no human living in the vicinity, but we still use it as a signal broadcasting station until today. The WDF had plans to send a maintenance team down there to fix it, but we need to be sure it's safe to do so. And that's the gist of the mission? Correct. We would like you to destroy any quarks in the area so we can send in our maintenance team. From the looks of it, there will be quite a few as we detected a spike in void energy before the signal was cut off. Okay, that's all the briefing of this mission. You can start the operation as soon as you're ready. We'll wait for your reports. Be careful and good luck. Thank you very much, Agent Kunai. We'll report as soon as possible. Briefing over. Sounds simple enough, Commander. I think Quinn is almost finished with her final setups. Whenever you're ready, you can take on the mission. You look at the located in the middle of the briefing room. This is the moment of truth. This is your first official mission for your PMC. Taking a seat in the system will link you to your M.A.S.S, and you'll be launched into the battlefield as the first step towards helping humanity.
Mission start.
You're arriving at the first relay tower. Void particle concentrations are thin, but be careful. Wait, there are quarks all around. Commander, take care of them first. So I'm a little concerned about it as I don't seem to have any ammo here, do I? Yeah, I literally just have the sword. So the blue bar on the left is my shield. As long as that's up, I'm not taking any damage. The orange is my actual health. So right there are a bunch of materials. L2. So that's the left trigger. It must be tuned for a PlayStation controller. So now we need to go this way. You can fly if you want to, it's just... You'll see me zooming around. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know why my guns aren't loaded. But the camera lock-on can get you killed. Especially when you get to the boss. Jeez, this sucker has a lot of hit points. That's the first one. But when the camera pivots, your mech moves in strange ways, which is always a little annoying. Covered all functioning towers. Dangerous enemy detected. So here's the boss of the mission. Can't hit it until it stops glowing. So right there it tells you he's going to charge. When he does that, you have a few get off the ground when he does that. You can see my shield is pretty depleted right now. He's going to do a projectile attack. He's going to do his charge. See, he has a shield too, I hope. I don't know if he actually hurts them, though. I want to say no. There was a direct hit on me. As you can imagine, this wouldn't be as bad if I, kind of had a gun. So right there I ended up taking the hit because I wanted the materials. A little closer than I would have liked. So now we just have to get away while he uses his projectiles. He's going to charge. So I go to him when he'll come to me. So right now he's immune to damage. He's going into his next phase on account of being at half health. After he does that, he goes back to normal. And that's always annoying when I get stuck on his legs. So right here I actually am taking damage. So he's going to go ahead and do his little charge attack again. So now he's going to trample on the ground. end up taking a hit there. No point playing hero, we're going to be doing that anyway. And down he goes.
Mission clear.
So there's some time for us to gather materials before the mission ends. You'll see the timer counting down at the top of the screen. Luckily, everything actually landed in one place. If the enemy, like the small fry, didn't die, now would actually be a decent time, you know, to go hunt them and crap, but they're kinda dead. So now we have the long barrel buster, the assault mark II face, the titan waist, various materials. Moving your hands around for more than a few minutes, you finally finish setting up your M.A.S.S frame to return to your base on autopilot. It will take at most a few hours to reach where you are from the mission area. Welcome back, Commander. You did great out there. Everyone at the base is excited with your first mission. Uncle Kale's very relieved to see it went well. Would you mind meeting with him for now? So we'll do the scene and we'll actually do some of the customizing stuff before we go on the next mission. Boy, lad, I see you're in good condition after that first mission. As a veteran, it's always good to see the pilot doing fine. In the old days, where we still needed to get out there and risk getting injured with all the void particles, I would have run you by the doctors before anything already. Now, it's all long-range controls. If only we were able to invent all these earlier, more of the pilots would have survived. Sorry about my rants, I just want to see you in the flesh after the first mission. It seems my worries were for nothing. You looked as healthy as ever. Felt good to come out of retirement to this. Thanks, lad. Now I need to continue my work. As quickly as the old man came for you, he vanished into the crowd of engineers cheering. You smiled. This is what a successful mission feels like, eh? Commander, there's a mission posted by the WDF requiring help for anyone who's available. Come meet me at the mission briefing room when you're ready. So into development. So we have the one verse steel if we want to go this way. Adds armor and durability to the engine. Increases speed. Heavier model engine. Magazine load, eh? Oh, we don't have the verse steel for that. I think everyone wants to see me go fast. Let's see what other things there are. So the mix composition, shield, fuel burn rate, magazine reload, energy recharge, fuel recharge. This one's actually the most tempting. Passive effect is an energy increase, or accuracy increase. Like this boosts the shield recovery rate, but it requires all 3 gear slots. Oh wait, that's an alternative one. So we take out neural for exoskeleton. Yeah, I'd rather have that one. And then this one. So I think I'm going to go with this one. So I need more materials to get that one, but now that we have that, we need to go into tuning to equip it. And there you go. Now for the weapons, let's make sure. So I can't set heat, freeze, or shock yet. Anyway, for the grip, I should have actually customized these before I went out there. So you can set this as a bit of a halberd, but I'm going to go with this one. And then they mentioned accessory parts. As for the blade itself, so we can actually make a lance. As for the gun, kind of like this one a little bit more. But for the barrel, we'll go with this one. Like, my one concern here is I don't know how to actually load this. Neither one's really that impressive. Neither one of those are that impressive. Okay, I don't have any alternatives for that one. Or this one. Or that one. Or that one. Okay, so now we actually should have our stuff, I think. For armor, there's a couple new things there, but I kind of like what we have at the moment. Let's go to the next mission. I'll accept the mission on the system now. Kunai should be calling in. That wasn't even a minute. Now, I wonder if this is a mission that people think it's too dangerous or not paying enough. Thank you very much for the quick response. I will now explain the mission to the commander. Around 3 hours ago, we were supposed to receive supplies for the shelter that was sent to us airborne. However, the supplies package did not reach the designated area that it should have been sent to. Was that due to the snowstorm that happens often around the area? Exactly, these unpredictable snowstorms have blown away the supply package. We were about to send our retrieval team alongside our M.A.S.S units, but during this time, most of us were out on missions. We'll assign you to one area alongside other PMCs as the supplies are quite scattered. Please get rid of any quarks in the area and stand by until our retrieval unit can go over and bring them back. Will do, thank you very much, Kunai. Commander, whenever you're ready, please head to the pilot seat to start the mission. And then you're able to go back and replay old ones, in case you're wondering. So that's your way of grinding materials and what have you. Mission is fusion cells in the snow.
Mission start.
Coordinates of the supplies are just ahead. I didn't see what it was I just picked up. Overall, I'm not really too worried about dodging because they don't deal enough damage to hurt my shield. Here's my energy rifle, my machine gun, So when they stand close enough together, the AoE influence of the rounds becomes that much more powerful. Now I don't know how to get those things that are floating around to attack on my behalf. Looks like they're doing it on their own. Now before I go, options, how do I draw my sword again? Left stick. Generally, I think you're better off saving your ammo for when the big shots show up. Okay, that one's doing that. Sappers, I'm almost out of ammo. Now I am out. Fire my missiles. Quarks have been eliminated.
Mission clear.
For free! But yeah, I'm definitely hoping they give us something to do in these last 30 seconds. Overall, I'm really impressed with the Gatling gun. I don't know how you get more ammo for it, though. So there's lots of options. If you can't find something that you like, the problem is probably more with you than the game. So the Titan skirt's complete. We knew about that one. Titan head. Detector launcher is complete. Only took 8 minutes. Maybe we can do one more. Exiting from the pilot controls, you saw Raina standing beside you, looking at the monitor, watching your master returning back to headquarters from on autopilot. Snowfields would be much nicer for all the storms and quirks, don't you think? By the way, Waltz came around just now and mentioned he had something he wanted to talk to you about, Commander. Can you visit him in the armory? I'll be on standby here to see if our M.A.S.S detects anything that requires attention. So let's go to armor. Arriving at Waltz's workshop, you notice him working hard, teaching a younger engineer how to use some tools efficiently. Turned around, noticing your arrival, and took off his safety equipment. Hey there, man. Commander. Thought you'll be coming later. Just received a call from a somewhat older friend. How do I say this? Let me start again. An old friend of mine was asking around if I knew any PMCs that can accept some work, and I told him I'm currently working in one right now. He's one of the survivors just like me. He's working in a logistics company in Shelter 5 currently. It's called Mole Warp, I think. Anyways, he was asking if you were interested in accepting a job out of the WDF systems. No, it's not shady work. Look here, Commander, it was even approved through the WDF systems, but no one was interested in the job for a good long while now. Yeah, I know that most logistics companies had mass units of their own, but I guess Mole Warp doesn't. Since we always get missions from the WDF, I talked to Raina about this, and she agreed we could do more jobs. You're okay with that? Great, I'll tell Raina right away. You can go relax while we contact Mole Warp. So if you're interested in the various parts, go ahead. We need to go to development. And was it this one I was looking at? Fuel burn rate, shield recover. I think it was this one we were looking at. Fuel capacity and acceleration, so we get to go really fast. And then this is an alternative to this. So we get the heat turbines. We're missing the undinium, but we have the other stuff for that. We'll grab this one too. They're cheap. So yeah, this will replace either one of these. It's a tier 2, and then you can see the web is pretty elaborate. Takes a while for you to get to everything. Level 7, they don't tell you how many slots the things have, do they? Siegebreaker engine, 6 slots, there you go. Durability quite a bit higher, but we need a lot of stuff. So go pop those in. And we're a little bit more durable. And this will be the last mission we do. Commander, you heard from Waltz already. About Mole Warp Company that we'll be working with. Talked with their director and ran a background check. Everything's clean. Basically, Mole Warp wants us to clean out some quirks in the air they're using to transport goods. I have Mr. Andrew, their director, in contact, so I'll have you listen in on the mission briefing, Commander. Raina pressed a few buttons from her desk. You can see a transmission is being sent on screen. A few seconds later, an image of a man in his 30s popped up. Looking friendly, the man lowered his head in greeting. Thank you very much, Miss Raina, and good day to you, Commander. At least for giving me a chance to talk to you about this. Let me introduce myself one more time. My name is Andrew Ryan. I'm the founder and director of Mole Warp Logistics. We accept all transportation jobs, mostly through land, and will be anywhere for all packages. Now, you might have a question. Why don't we land logistics company like... Yeah. Why doesn't a land logistics company like us have our own M.A.S.S escort unit? They actually do, but they're out of commission. Can't say much about details, but we can't use our M.A.S.S right now. A few weeks ago, we had a commission to transport some items through a dangerous area in the desert. Don't know why our commissioner wanted us to go through that hardship as well. May I ask who's commissioning you and what the dangerous area you mentioned about just now? We can't accept a mission of high risk seeing we're just a new PMC. Sorry, it's a policy to never reveal a commissioner unless we're forced to. The location, however, we can talk about since you need to know it for the work. You'll be heading through the Algera Desert, an ancient battlefield from the ages of wars. It's still a minefield out there, and your mission is to clear a path for us to be able to move safely through, be it mines or corks. Are you saying the EMP mines over there still work? This will prove difficult, Commander. We might need to reboot our connection if you're hit by one of those things. Unfortunately, yes, we don't know why our commander wants to take this path as well, but I assure you our commissioner is someone that's doing this for the sake of the world. Commander says he'll be fine. We accept the offer, Mr. Andrew. Let's set up a date and time for the convoy and we'll send our M.A.S.S in. Burning changes.
Mission start.
Blue one's new. Oh, hell. The good news is it looks like my air odds there don't actually go down when the EMP detonates. Not really sure what to call those things, but well, I'll use the Xenogears terminology. Now, I don't know if there's something I can get to defuse these more quickly. Overall, I kind of like this lance. I'm not sure if this is legitimately better at crowd control or if it's just my imagination. One thing I'm a little worried about is the arrows may be empty on energy by the time we get to the boss fight here. Okay, next area. Okay, how many of these? Okay, that one hurt. Gun time. Okay, that one was close. The odds are still good. A little surprised. Pleasantly, though. Okay, that gives me a little bit of safe space. Don't know if anything's gonna respawn. But in case you didn't know, this mech is operated remotely. That's why if this EMP mine goes off, we have to reboot. Is that it?
Mission clear.
Yep. Nice easy one, right? Didn't really see what all I got in terms of resources, but maybe I got something good. We'll take one last look at the tuning thing. We'll maybe dip into the weapon modifier thing, just see what all is there, and then that will be the end of the video. And since I don't have to pay for ammo, may as well just show off by firing all 12 at the end, right? Okay, flatline units enabled. Not the Warhammer, though. Just confirm with Mr. Anchi that everything on their side is perfect. You stayed back and waited until they finished their business. Take it you're trying to earn some favor with them, right? Mr. Anchi had high hopes for us, as he mentioned. Would it be alright if I get a work contract with them as an outsourced PMC while they look for new pilots for the logistics company? It's okay? Great, I'll contact them immediately. I don't really want to go in the armor menu. So, grip-wise, still nothing. Otherwise, for the grip, they tell you the weight, but they don't actually give you a lot more on there, do they? Close combat. Bleh. Assaulter. So we're close to getting the hammer here. That's it, though. Oh well. As for this one, no new handle, but we're close to the short trigger. Be a little nice if they told you how exactly these get affected. Because this went from being like it did in the tutorial to the machine gun that you see me heavily relying on. Bleh. So that's something to look forward to in later stuff, I guess. Close to the alternate trigger, but they don't even tell you what it looks like. Yeah, lots of pieces. So we have the detector launcher here. Like, it weighs a lot more, which is I'm a little worried about. Homing missile times 12. They're effectively the same in that regard. Here's the flatline. It's a lot heavier, that's the only drawback. Like, the one reason why I'm okay with doing it, I'd say, is simply because... I'm going back in there, I messed up. One reason why I'm kind of cool with that is because these are supposed to float on their own, so hopefully that wouldn't actually draw back on me. Anyway, development. Yeah, it's this one that we're looking for. Combat frame, support frame. All of those are alternates to this. Hyperspeed thruster, but you can only do it when there's no allies. What's this one's? Material collector. Yeah, you burn fuel like no tomorrow here. Siege mech, heavy frame. Enemy scanner. How far in this do I have to get to set my sword on fire, I wonder? Yeah, hopefully you guys can see what all the game has to offer and why it's on my radar. It's something that I'm definitely going to be picking up. Well, I own it already, but I mean I'm going to hopefully be able to cover it a little bit more. I don't know how often they plan on doing their builds, but we'll see what the future holds. Anyway, that is it for now. I am the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.